Homeless for years, Eddie Brito now has a studio apartment that looks like any other in the city. And for the first time in his life, he's paying rent, bills.
I thought that I couldn't live alone, and I'm doing it, and I don't believe it.
Brito lives in supportive housing, buildings that offer affordable or mixed-income apartments and on-site social services to people who need extra support to live alone, typically the mentally ill, disabled, and those homeless for a number of reasons, like Kendra Oki, a victim of domestic violence who was previously stuck in the shelter system with an autistic son.
They have counselors, they have case management, they have a child life specialist, and they have this therapist and women's groups and all kind of things to get us back into society.
A rally at City Hall Thursday called for a new city-state agreement to create more of these types of units. Units developers often have trouble proposing.
The biggest challenge we face is when we go to a community and say we're going to build supportive housing, they think we're going to build a shelter.
Community members often argue that supportive housing will decrease property value and bring crime to the neighborhood. But advocates for supportive housing say these type of buildings actually help the neighborhoods they're in and the city overall.
Our tenants tend to be folks who historically have cost a lot of taxpayer money going through emergency systems.
When they get that same individual gets placed into supportive housing, they get hooked up with a primary care provider. They stop going to the emergency room. They don't need shelters.
Experts cite a 2005 NYU study that found once-built property values around supportive housing rose. Advocates realize there is still skepticism about the model, but they're hoping to educate the public about the benefits, namely giving thousands of New Yorkers a home and a chance to live a normal life. In the Bronx, Aaron Clark, New York 1.